Munoz, who's the owner of New York Styles, and we're about to interview him and get his responses to a number of questions. So the first question is how long you've been in Johnson City. That is, do you live in Johnson City?
I've been in this location 19 years next month.
Let's move on to the next question, which is about the Health Sciences campus. When it's finished, and there'll be a couple of classes coming in. By that I mean new people over a 2-year period coming in, but by the time it's finished in 3 or 4 years, it's going to put between 900 and 1,000 faculty, staff, and students there and on the streets. And people can look at that and have an idea that this is very positive because, or they can look at it and say it's very negative because, right? Why don't we start with the positives? What do you see any positives with this?
Oh yeah, I think there's opportunities for businesses to grow. We're just bringing more people to Johnson City. It's definitely, in my eyes, has the positive effect as far as a business person is concerned. I'm a businessman, so of course I want more people.
Okay. Let's shift to the negative. Do you worry about anything with the health campus being here?
I just think one of the things is these people are going to be going, graduate students going to school. Where are they going to work at? There has to be jobs for these people also.
You're talking about permanent jobs?
I mean, jobs while they're here.
While they're here?
Permanent jobs will be great too, But at least while they're here, they have to work.
Yeah.
You still have to support yourself.
Right.
Where they're going to live.
Okay. Anything else?
I just wonder I just think about how is that building going to affect some of these neighborhoods that are back here? There's a lot of neighborhoods back there that are, they're not the greatest neighborhoods, but there's somebody's neighborhood. People live there. How is all this going to affect the overall geography of Johnson City? In close proximity to this building that they're getting ready to open back there.
Now that next question has to do with the neighborhood, Main Street, and down to the Health Sciences campus. A number of people think, well, the university is doing so much there, but there are things in the village that need to be addressed.
Right.
And that can be none, or it can be whatever comes to your mind.
Well, one of the things that I think there needs to be a bigger presence of the powers that be, like the politicians and the mayors and the assembly people and stuff like that. Because I say this because I just told you I've been here 19 years next month. Not at once has a councilman or an assemblyman or the mayor or anybody walk through that door and come in here and tell me, I'm here to serve you, my name is such and such, if you have any complaints or concerns, here's my card, give me a call.
Okay, then we talked about the neighborhood here, and you gave a lot of good answers about what your concerns were, but more broadly in Johnson City, what things do they need to correct to attract additional business here?
When you say business, right, that's a pretty broad term.
Small businesses. Right now the heartbeat of Main Street, small businesses, right? I don't think too much of an impact will be felt by the bigger chains.
Right.
Right.
I think like, okay, I'll just give you an example. A friend of mine owns a restaurant in Kearney.
Mm-hmm.
And I go out there quite a bit. And, you know, I walk up and down like Market Street and stuff like that. And it's really beautiful down there. It looks like that whole strip there looks like they took it from somewhere else and just plopped it in the middle there. I mean, we need business owners that are going to take pride in Main Street.
Okay. Anything else you want to mention?
You know, there's a lot of vagrancy, a lot of people, you know, walking up and down these streets that are, you know, for lack of a better term, have bad intentions.
Okay.
You know, I see they fixed like some of the street lighting and stuff like that because it used to be really, really dark here. But the lighting is a little bit better. It's not great, but it's a little better. A lot of these buildings are there's quite a few buildings that are vacant and they're not being taken care of. They're not, you know, they're eyesores in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's another concern of mine. I mean, I'm also concerned about the influx of, how would I say, like these fly-by-night businesses that are flocking to Johnson City now because of this project that we have on Cordless. You know, we got these little corner stores popping up everywhere. How many do we need? You know? Okay. And for a lack of a better term, I don't want to sound racist or anything like that, but it's all like foreigners that are opening up these little businesses. And, you know, the local people are being overrun. You know, and there's just the regular, you know, the drugs, the prostitution, the stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have a large community of like, mentally unstable people.
Mm-hmm.
We got a large community of that. We got a large community of vagrants that just walk around aimlessly. You know, it's hard to bring people in the neighborhood that want to frequent your establishment when they're afraid. You know, I think we need a bigger police presence. See, I have 4 apartments upstairs.
Uh-huh.
I try to call myself a good landlord, right? Everybody that's lived in this building has been here more than 10 years. So they moved in, they like it, and they stay.
Which means you're being fair to them.
I'm trying to. I don't charge an astronomical amount of money for rent. You know, when something breaks, I fix it. You know, that's it.
Sure. And some of the other things we've heard about, well, you know, if there's more and more demand for student apartments here, that's going to drive it up, right?
See, that's the thing.
But we, you know, this is why we have to have full information.
That's the thing. That's the thing right there. Like, student housing is going to be huge. That is the thing. And, you know, I'll say it on camera, right? I'm not pushing anybody out of my building. I'm not.
That's good.
I'm going to continue to be the same person that I am. You know, if they choose to leave on their own, that's a whole different ballgame. But I'm not going to put anybody out just so I could raise their rent. I'm not.